Hello, Michelle. Hello, Michelle. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, and oracle card advisor. Thank you so much for being patient. I'm always booked up for at least a week or two. Got a little swamped for a bit, but and it was so sweet of you, even though I know you're related to Blaine somehow, of you to bid on this and the benefit and donate to her. And I was more than happy to donate a reading for such a good cause, for such a sweet little girl. So I like to explain to my first timers how I work. We all work different. I see, I hear, I feel, I know, I sense, sometimes a little taste and smell. So I have most of the senses, which we don't all have. And just lost it. This isn't exact science. So sometimes you have to think outside the box a little bit. They'll show me pictures sometimes. They talk to me, but they'll show me pictures too. And I have to describe this picture to you from what I see and know and sense. And I call it spiritual charades. So I'll interpret it the best I can to get the message across to you. It's just the way that they communicate. I will not try to make anything fit. I think I already said it's not an exact science. Names, I stink at names, and I need to quit saying that. So if I say a name, it will at least be, if I say John, it will be a male with a J or a J-O name. You have to stretch it out a little bit. It is what it is. Sometimes I'll just throw words out, and hopefully it'll all fit. And I don't spend my whole reading validating every single thing that's happened in your life with him, because that's just a medium patting themselves on the back going, look what I can prove. This is about getting a message to you, getting some of your answers for you. And I can't make them answer, but we can sure ask them. We're going to see what Joe has to say. And okay, he's coming in like kind of walking like this. And when they kind of exaggerate something a little bit, then they're making a point that I need to make sure I get that across. He said, what'd you do to your hair, darling? It looks all right on you. And he's smoking something. Okay, here, let me ask him something. He says his past, and when he passed, that certain people in his, he says, clique, did not want the drama of, he says jealousy was a key word, did not want the drama of other people brought into it. They didn't want to have to deal with anybody else. They wanted to just do their thing. He says there was a lot of people not included in the knowing. They didn't want other people involved in the making decisions. Did they do what was fair? He says no. But it's not about He's not about, and then he stopped. I don't know. I don't know where he's going with this. He said it was a select group that knew, wanted to get it done before everybody else found out. So there wasn't all the extra hoopla of all the extended fingers out there that they were afraid were going to come in and try to take over. He says he knows the kids didn't know. They know. They see us. They hear us. They know. He shows himself as they were discussing their plans, and he, being there, was standing there going, but it's not like there was a whole lot he could do about it. At least one of them actually heard him saying, no, no. And they'd look around, like, who the hell said that? Somebody heard him. He tried to put his 2 cents in. He said it would have been a fiasco. It's probably better this way to avoid all the drama. And again, he says jealousy. So jealousy was a factor. Was he cremated? He's holding up a necklace that has like one of those things on it where you put some ashes in. I have one. Did the kids get one? Or they should get one? Or maybe they're going to get one. I'm not sure where he's going with that. They don't always explain themselves real clear. I'm just looking at your questions. Oh, I scribbled. Now I can't read my own writing. And as far as Jaden getting checked for medical issues, I heard a clear yes. He says yes, and he's showing the lower part of his body, like almost from the groin down. I don't know what he's indicating. Maybe a little higher down. He's not giving me a clear indication what he's talking about. He's showing a man standing out in the distance with a bouquet of flowers. And he's waiting for you. He's standing there waiting patiently. I believe his name starts with an H. He's waiting for you to look his way. It's like he's out here and you're here, but he's waiting for you. There's somehow, and I don't know how to explain this, that you're not quite to him yet. So something's probably going to have to progress, or you're going. I don't know what the in between is, but there's a guy There is a guy out there waiting for you. And you're still like here, just. And you're going to go that way. So there is a guy. There's a guy in your future. He doesn't say what has to happen or how long that's going to take. He said, just rest assured, there's one standing there waiting when the time is right. Oh, I hear divine timing. I hate to hear divine timing myself, because that means be patient. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. I'm not patient. I don't like that. He says you're doing a good job with the boys. He says one of them kind of trying to stray off of his path. One of them needs a good licking. One of them is doing things that he shouldn't. That he needs to get back on his path. One of them is angry. Kind of mad at the world. So one of them has the attitude of, fuck you all. And I don't think that's directed towards you. Kind of more like the world. Everything out there. Okay, did you guys used to go to drive-in movies? Because he's showing a drive-in movie. He's showing a car. Clearly him in it. I'm assuming it's you in it. Maybe even when the kids were little, because it looks like there's at least one little head in the back seat. Popcorn. Cartoons on the screen. I see the name Hilltop. I don't know if that's the name of the drive-in place or if it's on a hilltop, but Hilltop had a capital H, like it was a name. He says sometimes one of you, at least one of you anyway, smells his cologne or something he used on his hair or some aroma that he had about him. He says one of the boys smells it sometimes. Don't know if they're open to this, but if he would tell him, hi Dad, I realize that's you, I love you, please come back, bring me more. He's using this smell as trying to get at least one of the boys' attention, that I'm here, I'm watching out for you, you can talk to me. Don't be angry. Didn't do right by you. I don't feel like I did right by you. I wasn't around enough. Didn't support you enough financially, morally. Maybe didn't set a good enough example by the people that I hung out with. I was selfish. And for that, I'm sorry. He says things look different from where he's at now. And you look back and you see, oh man, I should have done this, this, and this. Look at how this worked out. He's talking about cream. Cream like off of milk. Sometimes they just throw words out, and I'll throw them out. Hopefully they'll mean something to you. If they don't, doesn't jog any memory right now, keep it in mind. It will later. He loved potatoes. Spaghetti. He shows me hanging out in a barber shop. Now he's showing himself hanging out in the barber shop, but if one of you is hanging out in the barber shop, then he's acknowledging that he knows that you are. But right now, the way he's showing it is he hung out at a barber shop. I won't try to make it fit. It's just that this is just the way they communicate. He's going to show me the way he can. He's talking about an African violet. I don't think he means the plant. And he's mentioning a lot of water. A lot of water. He's not being real clear with his clues. Let me see. He says you might be his ex, but he still thinks you're beautiful. He still thinks you know how to boogie down. He still thinks you're a beautiful person. He says he fucked up. He didn't do right by you. I don't know if I've ever heard it put this way, but he says regrets are like assholes. Everybody has one. You pulled yourself up by the bootstraps really fine. He's proud of you. He knows it's been a struggle for you. That you had very little help from him after he left. And not only after he left you, but after he left here. He's trying to change that. He wants to help you. Okay, I stress this to my people all the time. You can ask him for help. You have to be ready to allow the doors that they open or the people that they bring you. But you can ask them for help. And I say this over and over, if Uncle Joe didn't have a pot to piss in, a dime to his name, don't ask Uncle Joe up there for financial help, because he's not any better at it up there. But you can ask him to bring you people. He'll wander around up there and find somebody to help you if he needs to. He says he's got grandma with him. His grandma. He says she's just as bossy and sassy up there as she was down here. And even Grandma loves you. And she's watching out for the little ones. Oh, she's there. She's a stronger presence in their life than he is. She's a very strong lady. And she says, and I don't take no bull off of anybody. I'm not saying that. He's not saying anything. Hang on. He says you're stronger than you know. You're a strong person, but you're stronger than you know yourself. You don't realize how strong you are. But you feel lost right now. You feel lost. You're worried about the kids. You're worried about them getting lost, and you can't seem to find how to grasp all of them. I still feel like it's at least one of them that's kind of straying off. You can't seem to figure out how to grasp all of them and keep them under your wing. He says, he goes like this, they're going to fly. They're going to fly. And then he shows somebody literally falling face first on the ground. He says, they're going to fall on their nose, but you'll always be there to pick them up. And he knows that. But he's literally going to do what he can from his place. He's talking about how he used to sit on a front porch. It looks more like a balcony. It may not be, but it looks more like it might be up higher, like a balcony. And used to sit out there and just talk to all the people that go by. Lean over the banister and just his buddies that walk by. He knew a lot of people. My homies, he said, my homies. We got real. They don't understand, some of them were heading in the wrong direction. Time to grow up. Now he's back to, it's kind of like he went down the road, and I see a sign that says drive-in, but I don't think this is movie theater drive-in this time. Drive-in place to eat, but it says drive-in. He's only showing the sign, he's not showing the place. So I don't know if it would be something like you pull into like a Sonic, or something that it didn't say drive through, it says drive in. I hope that's something you understand. He said he'd just like to be everybody's buddy. Want to be everybody's buddy. Laid back, kicked back. Until you piss me off, and then I'd put a fist to your face, if need be. talking about his mama. I don't know why. He's not explaining a lot of things, but it's his show. He'll say what we need to hear, not what we want to hear. He says, "You are an awesome lady." One of the kids is going to feel him grab him and give him a noogie, like rough up the top of their head, and it won't feel like if I was to grab them and touch them with my hand. It's going to feel like more like could feel a warmth where the hand touches. You could feel just tingling, goosebumps, like feels. I usually say it feels like bugs crawling or hair that you can't get off. And this will probably just feel like tickling or bugs crawling. Especially on my, if oh, now I'm itching. They always make me itch. If a fly lands on my spiky hair, I can feel it. You can just kind of feel it wiggle. Because he really doesn't have knuckles to do the noogie with. So you'd be amazed. Yesterday I thought I had a bug crawling down the back of my shirt. I went in the bathroom, took everything off. It's their energy. It's the way their energy touches you. Because they don't have the fingers to touch. Sometimes it's almost like electric. He says, "You're a great person to stand by your family the way you do. Don't let it all get inside your head and consume you." Something's coming up on the 4th of July or right around the 4th of July. Something to do that will have to do with him or involve him, or he's going to be there. He's mentioning the 4th of July. Okay, he's showing. Let's see what he's trying to do with this picture. This is my spiritual charades. I got to figure out what he's trying to show me, because they don't usually speak at the same time they show the picture. It's just the way they communicate. Did you recently trip over something at your front door or somebody's front door, a doorway? Tripped over the door frame or your own feet or a toy, or tripped over something in the doorway? And I don't know that you actually fell, or almost fell. He actually helped catch you. He says, "I just want you to know that I am around. Ask me for help. I will try from my end. I will try to do better than I did down here. I should have supported you more. I should have supported my kids more. But it is what it is." He's blowing you a kiss. He's handing you one single red rose. He says in admiration and giving you thanks, giving you thanks for doing what you've done. He says, "You could have been harder on me. And I love you for that." but it wasn't fair to you. And with that, he's going to leave. Please know that I love you. Even though I didn't get mushy enough here, I can say it now. And he's walking away. So, I hope you got a little bit of validation out of that. Anyway, I hope it helps some. Know that he is around to help. Ask him to. That's his job. They all have jobs. That's one of his jobs. So you have to ask and you have to allow, because we have free will choice and they cannot override our free will choice. If we decide to make a dumb mistake and they are going out there going, don't do it, don't do it, we can still do it. So anyway, much love to you. Thank you so much for being patient. Thank you for donating, even though I know you're related. It's an awesome cause, and I hope she feels better. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, and oracle card advisor. See you later.